Okay, welcome everybody. All right, so I was talking with Eden about something the other night, and it really struck me. If you were to guess how most people talk about their lives, what do you think are the things that most people, and I mean like the masses, what are some of the ways in which people talk about their lives? Type in the chat box. How do most people talk about their lives? What do you think? What are the majority of conversations consist of? What are they focused on? They talk about their relationships, work, their children. They talk about money. They're negative tones, not in control, struggle, family, right? Low vibrational stuff, right? What's happening at their job. They talk about the past. It's hard, right? They have a little bit of a victim mindset, right? I think we can all agree that most people, when they speak about their lives, I'm stuck, right? I can't lose weight. I can't make money. I hate my boss. I hate my job. I hate my coworkers. I love my kids, but I want to kill them, right? Like we hear these things all the time from the majority of people. But when you meet successful people, how do successful people talk? What's different? They're positive. They're talking about opportunities. What else? High energy, right? Not all the time, most of the time. Even when things are negative, successful people are looking to identify a positive. Even in the darkest depths of the most challenging times, successful people find a way to focus on what good can come. And the reason I wanted to share all of this with you guys and talk about it a little bit tonight is because I do it unconsciously. My whole life, once I kind of turned a big corner, started consisting of constantly talking into existence the life I was committed to creating. So Eden and I, if you ever spend any time with us, all you'll ever hear us talk about is your great potential, where we see the business going, the number of people's lives we see being impacted, where we're going to be financially, what our physical environment's going to feel like, the types of relationships that we want to have in our lives, the forgiveness work that we've done, the dreams that we're constantly talking about. But the thing is, we don't just talk about it. What do you think the separator is? We don't just talk about it. There's another part. It's not just a conversation. What else is there? We set goals, yes. We take action, yes. That's it, Monique. That's what Monique just said. We believe it. We believe it in every fiber of our being. And so what I want you to start to ask yourself is, how am I talking about my life? How am I talking about what I want to do with Isagenix? How am I talking about the contributions I want to make, the type of home I want to live in, the vacations I want to travel to, the communities I want to give back to? How am I speaking about those things? Am I speaking about it from a place of like, yeah, it'd be nice? Or am I speaking about it in a way where I am convicted? Where this is going to be my reality. And more than this is going to be my reality, this is already my reality. That it's already here, that it's already happening. And the magic is this. Here's what I've learned about the law of attraction and quantum field, whatever you want to call it. Here's what I've learned. How many of you have desires in your life? Just go like this. You have desires. How many of you have desires, right? We all have desires, of course, right? We all have desires. Everybody in the world has desires. Would you agree with that? Everyone has desires. Now, not everyone has big desires. A homeless person just desires to have a meal for the next meal, right? Everyone's desires are different. And so there's no right or wrong. There's no desire that's better than any other desire. But the magic in terms of activating that desire is when you're able to align your thoughts and your actions with the thing you desire. And the thing that I've learned that links the thought to the action is the belief. The belief that if I take action, I'll get the result, right? If I stay consistent, then it will come true. And so I really want you guys to pay very close attention as we move into this new Isagenex 2.0, as you move into your new lifestyle, as you learn new things about who you are and what you're capable of. How are you speaking? That's right, Art, right? It's linking the mind and the feeling, the thought and the belief and the action. And how consistently are you talking yourself into a life of greater possibility as opposed to talking yourself out of that life of possibility? And how razor sharp are you willing to be with your thinking? How many of you heard me celebrate these new executives, or you see that Mikey just, created another executive, or you see that, Esther and Tom, this, that, and the other, or Emma right now is having her biggest week ever, or whatever it may be, right? How many guys hear those things and you go, oh, it's great. It's great, but I can't do what they're doing. I can't do what they're doing. How many of you, just type in the chat box, how many of you have ever found yourself doing that, right? Where you see other people and you go, oh yeah, it's great, but I don't know about me. I don't know if I could do that. We all do it. We're human. But is it a choice? Of course it's a choice. Of course it's a choice. I want you to get so obsessed with your dreams. I want you to get so obsessed with who you have the potential of becoming. I want you to get so obsessed with learning the skills, developing the habits, consistently taking the actions. I want you to get so obsessed that you build a force field of clarity around your life. Because when you're focused and when you're committed and when you have a singular vision of what you want your life to be like and it's all you speak about and think about, guess what? It's what you're going to bring about. So how obsessed are you willing to get? How obsessed are you willing to get? Not with Isagenex. It's not about being obsessed with Isagenex. It's not about talking about Isagenex all the time. It's not about that. I'm not sitting here saying that to you. What I am suggesting to you, though, it's about getting obsessed with possibility. It's about getting obsessed with who you can become. It's about getting obsessed with the reality that what you've done up until this point has gotten you to where it is, but it's going to take a new way of thinking, speaking, acting, and feeling for you to come into the future version of who you deserve to be in your life. And the fascinating thing that I've noticed about successful people, because that's the only way I become successful, just to be very clear. I'm not the smartest guy on this call, by a long shot. I'm not the smartest person you'll ever meet, by a long shot. But what did I do really well? I studied, I paid attention. How do they think? How do they speak? How do they act? What do they read? What do they watch? What don't they watch? Who do they surround themselves with? Who don't they surround themselves with? What's their language? Are they speaking life or are they speaking death? It's just that simple. Think about that. The words we speak carry so much power that you can either speak life or you can speak death. And if you want any further evidence of that, go look up the Japanese scientist, I want to say Emoto, but anyway, I'll post it in the group. There's a great video that shows how powerful words and thought and energy are. And so I really just want you to focus on, how am I speaking to myself? How am I speaking about my business? Thank you for that, Adele. How am I speaking about my business? Is it hard? Nobody wants to get started. They say it's too expensive. I can't get anyone to share. Nobody wants to do the business. Everyone I get started quits. No one reorders. Right? Or everybody I know wants to be in business with me and wants to be my friend. Every single person I meet is interested in what I have to offer. I can see clearly this person having wild success. I deserve to live in wealth and abundance. I deserve to have life feel easier. I deserve to experience freedom. I deserve to be in relationships that bring value to my life and relationships that I can bring value to their lives. I see us having the largest team in all of Europe. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I know why we're going to do it. I can see myself successful, joyful, abundant, prosperous, in the greatest shape of my life, having a relationship that fulfills me, or standing on my own without the need to have some other person in my life because I can stand on my own. Thank you for that, Adele. How are you speaking about your dreams? And here's what I know. If you don't speak into your dreams, you continue to create a nightmare. How many of you would agree with that? If you don't speak into your dreams, you continue to create a nightmare. And here's what's going to happen. When you authentically start to believe in the words that you speak, you know what's going to happen? The people around you are going to look at you and go, "What? Hello? Are you on drugs?" You're going to say, "Yes, I am. I am on drugs. I'm on energetic drugs. I'm on raising my vibrational frequency drugs. I'm on surrounding myself with a community of people who are raising me up kind of drugs. It's the greatest drug I've ever been on." And you know what they're going to say? Some of them are going to say you're crazy. You know what the other ones are going to say? I want that. I want that. I want to feel like that. I want confidence. I want certainty. I want prosperity. I'll have what he's having. That's right. I'll have the special today. Thank you very much. And the fascinating thing, let's just look at it in terms of that, in terms of the special. What I've learned is this. Getting to this point in my life is way less expensive than living the other way. How many of you would agree that living in a place of being frustrated, angry, resentful, comparative, stuck, sad, anxious, depressed, how many of you would agree that that style of living is way more expensive and way more costly than choosing into a state of optimism? It's a horrible place to be. It's the worst place to be. It's so expensive. And what does it cost us? It costs us relationships. It costs us money. It costs us more than anything, though, our relationship with ourselves. And that is the greatest expense of all. So are you willing to buy into and invest into the person that you have the ability to become simply because you woke up this morning and opened your eyes and have another opportunity? And when you're willing to do that, no matter how hard some of the days will be, no matter how challenging moments will become, because there are always going to be challenging moments. You guys know that about me. It's not all roses and cotton candy over here. You know that. I'm always open about that. From day one, it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. But to what end? And what's on the other side? See, no matter what, we're going to wake up, God willing, Spirit willing, universe willing, whatever it is for you. We're going to wake up in the morning. And the big question becomes, how do I want to choose to live my life today? Not tomorrow, not 10 years from now, today. What are the choices I want to make today that are going to empower me? What's the life I'm going to speak into myself today? And if you struggle with this, then I want you tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to take a marker. Okay, if you have a dry erase marker, if you don't have a marker, put it on sticky notes. And all over your mirror where you get ready in the morning, I want you to speak life into yourself. Beautiful, confident, certain, prosperous, abundant, attractive, strong, independent, focused, free, whatever they are. Okay? And I want you to put those words all over the mirror. How many of you guys type in the chat box? How many of you are actually willing to do that tonight? Tonight. I know it's going to be late, but type in the chat box. How many are willing tonight? The mirror where you get ready in the morning. And ladies, if you have a male partner, just let him have a little bit of space this time in the mirror, okay? Just share it. Be kind. Put it all over that mirror. So it's the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning. It's the last thing you see at night before you go to bed. Because is there good? How's that ego working for you? Right? Now look at what Phil is saying, just super vulnerable, right? My ego is saying, I don't know about that. A little bit weird, mate. Sounds a bit American. Great. Guess what? Energy knows no cultures. Energy knows no nationalities. Energy knows no dialect. Energies don't care if you think that British beer is better than Belgian beer, to which you'd be crazy for thinking that, but whatever. Okay? But your energy doesn't care. Your ego is going to fight for survival. Your ego is going to fight to tell you, I don't know if I really deserve those things. I don't know if I really belong that. But until you're willing to lift the weight every day of consciously speaking in new information to your unconscious mind, you'll constantly suffer. Put those words everywhere. Speak life all the time. And if you find yourself speaking death, stop. Just stop for a moment. Okay, wait a minute. What else is possible? What else could I say right now? So for example, type in the chat box, instead of saying, nobody wants to get started, what might you be able to say instead? Type in the chat box. What's a reframe? Everybody wants to get started. Everybody wants to share. I attract business partners with ease. Everybody that I enroll shares with at least 2 people. I can't think of a single reason why somebody wouldn't want to be in business with me. I have the largest team in all of Europe. I want you to pay very close attention to the words that you speak. There's nothing more powerful than the words that we speak. You can speak life, or you can speak death. And if you want to know our magic trick, my magic trick, it's not that I'm smart. It's not that I'm the hardest worker. I think we can all agree on that, right? For those of you guys that know me, it's not that. I don't have the best body on the team, especially with some of these ridiculous people on here. Some of you guys making me look real bad. It's not that. I don't have the greatest transformation. I have a good one. It's great. I'm proud of it. It's not that. It's that when people meet me, because I'm so convicted in who I am and where I'm going, that people go, I don't know. I mean, I don't really like that he's American, and I really don't like the way he sounds, and his ears are really big, but I don't know what that guy's drinking or what kind of drugs he's on, but I want that. I want that. And the reason they want it is because they know that it's true for me. It's not a show. I'm not saying fake it until you make it. That's the worst advice there is. I'm saying take complete ownership. Take complete ownership of your dreams and your ambitions and your goals, no matter what those dreams, ambitions, and goals look like compared to somebody else. Because that's the other thing we get caught up in. Right now, your dream might be just to pay off your credit card. That might be like winning the World Cup for you right now, just getting out of that one credit card debt. Some of you might have dreams of traveling first class all around the world. Is one dream better than the other? Of course not. But it takes the same formula to pay off that credit card as it does to fly first class. So if you're in a position right now where you're just learning how to dream again, because that's true, and I know that I've been in this game a long time, some of us forget how to dream. We forget how to believe what's possible and why. Think about it. Think about how we're raised. Think about how your parents raised you. Not that they were bad people. No, don't do that. No, don't sit there. No, don't drink that. No, don't go there. No, don't hang out with those people. No, 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 no. Can't do that. Can't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll get hurt. That's not safe. Don't talk to strangers. So the way we're designed, the way we are raised is to immediately think, no, that's not for me. That's not going to work. But that's just a program. It's just a condition. The same way that we condition ourselves to be out of shape and to put on weight by eating unhealthy foods, we can recondition ourselves by filling ourselves with the right nutrients, drinking enough water, right? Eating the right foods. Why would your mind be any different? If you can change the program on your body, think about this. For all of you, you're all experiencing amazing results on Isagenix. Do you really think that it's just because of the nutrition? Of course, the nutrition is a huge component of it, but you don't think there's some part of you inside that's looking in the mirror going, I see myself being fit. I see myself having a better body. I'm going to win the IsaBody challenge. There isn't some part of you looking at yourself in the mirror going, I'm going to look great in a bikini this summer. I'm going to feel confident with my shirt off this year. Of course that's there. It'd be impossible to achieve the results without it. There's some small part of us that's been suppressed for years and years and years that still dreams, that still believes, that still hopes. And so are you hoping for a better future? Are you speaking life into tomorrow? But most importantly, do you believe it? And are you taking action upon it? And in the moments when you don't believe it, because there will be moments, I promise you, where you're going to want to speak things into existence. And guess what's going to happen? That little drunken monkey, that obnoxious little drunken monkey is going, bah, 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 bah. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. Blah, 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 blah. And the best thing you can do is acknowledge it, say, thank you for sharing. But then what I want you to do is I want you to look for evidence in your life that supports why you should believe it. I'm going to leave you this one last thing. Every single person on here, I bet you could think of 1,000 reasons why you don't deserve to be successful, can't be successful, this, that, and the other. I bet you could think of 1,000 reasons. Your ego can come up with 1,000 reasons. But what I also know is that it only takes one good reason why to overcome all the reasons why not. Have a good evening, everybody. Lots of love to you. Thank you for all that you do. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.